Today we're going to be reviewing the new Qwen model, specifically Qwen 3.6 Max preview. And it seems like it's a very capable model. We're going to begin with benchmarks and then we're going to test it out using three high quality prompts. If you're not interested in benchmarks, jump to the third or fourth minute of today's video to see actual real world examples. This model, first of all, is super cheap. It's $8 per million tokens output, which is very significant. As we can see on this benchmark over here, it's doing a tremendous job versus Opus 4.5 and GLM 5.1, the current best open source model, probably up until now. It's very good at agentic coding, long horizon coding, using tools, and it's doing a very good job on Software Engineering Benchmark Pro. It's a significant improvement versus Qwen 3.6 Plus, which was their previous model, Soda model, that costs like $2 per million token output. I don't want to stay a lot of time inside these benchmarks because, as we know, Qwen is very usually doing maxing, but all around it seems that this model is a significant improvement to the Qwen 3.6 Plus, which was just released, to be completely honest with you. And the improvement is even more prominent when we check how better it is versus Qwen 3.5 Plus. So this model seems like it's 6 months behind the closed source. However, given its costs, I would say that it is a lot more efficient and a lot more better in terms of price to intelligence ratio. Now, what I've done is I used Qwen Studio to create a transformer teaching webpage, such as the one you see on screen. The prompt is quite detailed, as we can see, and I will give you a small demonstration of what it created, and I will showcase what actually the new Kimi model, Kimi 2.6, which we are going to cover tomorrow, did. So we're going to have a little bit of comparison. So this is the Transformer teaching webpage. It looks absolutely amazing. It also runs this kind of animations to demonstrate the power of transformers with parallel processing versus the previous generation of models, which was RNNs. It also writes mathematic types. It can do this kind of simulations for you, really explainable of what happens in each part and in each kind of mathematical model inside, transformers, specifically for positional encodings. This is very useful to understand what's each dimension of this encoding does, what it denotes, and I think this is pretty awesome. Like, this is one of the most next level sites I have seen from a model concerning the teaching of how transformer models work. Here we can actually see attention and the weights for each, token. It's really amazing. Here we can see the overall structure. Again, super amazing, really nice animations, really good and quality content. And finally, we can see some code nicely formatted. It's Python code using PyTorch. Seems also correct, so that's also amazing. This showcase is insane. And I want to show you how it compares against probably what's going to be the actual best open source model, Kimi 2.6. So this is what Kimi created, and we can see loads of animations here. It says open the app, it says start. So we start with the embeddings, and we can see the embeddings and positional embeddings. We can click show more to see the whole embedding space. We can go to the tokenizer so we can understand how tokenization works. And this is very amazing, like super unexpected. Here we can see annotation matrix and how it works. Then we have attention patterns. This is a completely different design, a completely different approach versus what we've seen from Qwen. But I gotta say that both models had a unique approach and went very deeply into the mathematic using examples. And it's two different ways to approach this kind of stuff, but for me these look so amazing, both of them in their own way. We see the encoder, we see the decoder. I really love all of these. And we can also go to what is called the playground in Kimi, and we can adjust stuff and start training, sort of. So we can see how the cost is changing, how the values parse through these. We can see also like the data set. So it's really, really nice to see this kind of stuff. I gotta say, the approach of Kimi is more hands on. Quen is more like presenting information and showing you simulations. I like both of them, but I want to, I want to demonstrate to you the differences between those two models. Then we have created an interactive Pokemon Pokedex webpage, and we also created a Flappy Bird game that we can play right now. We can see that the pipes look amazing, the bird looks amazing, the animation is beautiful, the menus are beautiful, everything looks great, but there is a single case, a single issue that happens across all AI models. That is that the game is unplayable. It's very hard to play. I'm sure Quen could fix it with a single prompt of telling it to make the gravity less strong or make the game 20-30% easier. But in terms of graphics, gameplay, and animation, this is top notch. This is an amazing result. I really didn't expect the model to do such a good job. Now, the final query that we are going to test out is making a Pokedex application. So that's the final request that we're going to give the model. And what we expect to see is whether it can connect to APIs, create nice dashboards, detailed ones specifically, and whether it can make it in the structure and the neomorphic surface that we want. So this is something very specialized, and we are going to completely get how this is going to look. So let's wait for Quen to finish, and we are going to see the final prompt for today. So the request is ready. It gives us an HTML file. So we're going to go into LiveWeave. I always love to use LiveWeave. And let's see the page here. Very, very nice. Looks pretty amazing. I really like the style. We can see also the stats. We can see the different categories. We can toggle the mode. And this looks amazing. Now, to be completely honest with you, I tested it out also previously with an anonymous prompt, and it had even better quality on the prompt that I tested out. So this seems like a little worse. In some cases, it's better, like design, etc. But in terms of animation and stuff, the previous prompt was a little better. But sadly, I lost the file, so I cannot show it to you. However, what I gotta say about Quen is that it looks kind of good. It actually looks quite good. And I gotta say, this is probably the best model that Quen has put out up until now. It doesn't feel benchmarked. And I gotta say, they also did a very good job at inference. Like, it's very cheap to use $8 per million tokens output for this kind of intelligence. Seems quite good. It's very competitively priced versus what the closed source Western labs have put out. Stay around because tomorrow we're going to test out Kimi 2.6. You already seen a result from Kimi, and it seems like it's a very unique and very amazing model. So let me know what you think about Quen down below in the comments.